Today we're going to test out this edger by EGO. We're going to pair it with the multi-tool head with a 4 amp hour battery. There are a few things that I really like about EGO. One is that the same battery format can be used across all of their tools. And the other thing, the stuff is built heavy. Instead of a plastic guard here, we've got a cast aluminum. Well built. The first test was the edge of this driveway. Now it didn't seem that overgrown to begin with, but once I started plunging in with the edger and trying to find the edge of the driveway, I noticed it was worse than I thought. So I'm glad I got this tool, but it took a little bit of getting used to find the edge here and follow it along. The multi-tool head has 2 power settings, 1 and 2. I kept it in 1 to keep the blade speed down and just a little bit more controllable. You can see here I'm relatively upright, which later I learned I should have dropped the handle down further to engage the wheel a little bit better. And it's just a little bit smoother operation, but I was getting the feel for the things here. The machine has plenty of power even in setting 1. Never bog down or stop the blade. And this is not the ideal time to do it either. You can tell a little bit, but things are quite wet. In fact, it's kind of sprinkling here. I came back to blow the area to clean out the dirt. Since this is the first time, we can see there's rather large chunks of dirt, and that's an indication how wet it is too. Things were coming out more in chunks instead of a powder that you would have if things were dried out. So it was a little harder on the machine and the battery than in the dry condition, but you can see the results are pretty darn good. It was worse than I thought, so I'm glad I got this machine. Let's check on the battery. Used just over half of the battery to do this small area. Again, I was getting used to it. It was more overgrown than I thought. You can see the driveway sinking into the ground a bit. So I waited a few days and went over to this area after things dried out, and you can see how quick that goes with very fine results. Again, the same on the other side of the driveway here. The driveway standing up proud of the grass slightly, and things are dried out. It makes the experience much easier. Now, a harder part again, going along the cul-de-sac here on this French drain curbing style. And the curbing is a little bit sunk below the level of the grass, so I've got the same situation as I did on the first part of the driveway. And it's a little bit slower going, especially getting this first pass complete. But I wanted to test how it was on this round surface instead of going on a straight line. So it's a little bit more difficult, but it can be done relatively easily. You get the hang of it to follow the concrete there. The edge on this also, as I discovered, is not perfect. It's a bit jagged, I think from plow damage over the years. But overall, I got the hang of it better. You can see I'm holding the handle lower and letting that guide wheel or depth wheel ride along the surface, and things are going much smoother. In this area, the yard is slightly below the curbing. So again, things made for very easy work, and you can tell conditions are much drier than when I originally started. The dirt's coming out in a powder form instead of chunks. And if we do a quick battery check, we can see we have full battery. So dry conditions plus better user input makes it very easy on the battery. Another area of the cul-de-sac, you can see it's quite overgrown. This is on a hillside coming into the curbing, so the dirt and lawn has sort of flowed down over this curbing over the years. Glad I'm taking care of it, clean that up and give it a nice finished look to it versus this overgrown condition. Things get pretty slow and difficult in areas like this where the grass is overgrown so bad that the guide wheel or depth wheel is riding on the turf instead of the concrete. Thankfully, this is a one-time thing for me. After I get this cleaned up, it'll be all maintenance of these areas, and I won't have that grass overgrown significantly to deal with. So much so that I had to come back with a transfer shovel and scrape those areas off. You can see in some areas like this, the amount of sod I had to peel off was rather significant. After peeling that sod back, I went for a second run with the edger just to get the depth consistent, since now the depth wheel can ride on the concrete. Clearly, things went much quicker on that pass than the first one. Battery check still above half. After the second pass, I did a final cleanup with the blower here, and then got all this dirt off the road and blew it into the woods. Well, this turned out really nice, and the tool was very useful. It's not something we have to do, but I think it finishes off the edge. It makes everything look a little bit nicer. Once I got used to running the edger, things went a lot quicker and I used a lot less battery. And that basically involved lowering the handle so the angle of use was what it's supposed to be, not too upright. I don't know why I have a tendency, I want to hold that thing up here. I just need to let it down right on the wheel. Geometry's better, and it cut pretty easily. Still, quite a bit of growth over the concrete that I had to cut off, but still that 5 amp hour battery was enough to do 3/4 of this cul-de-sac, what I own around it, and turned out really nice. If you maintain this every few weeks, that 5 amp hour battery is going to be plenty for most every homeowner like myself. If you're a commercial user, you probably want to look at something different, but for homeowners, I think this tool fits the bill. It's well built, it's a winner. Nothing new and innovative, but just a decent, nice edger with battery power. Thanks for watching. Adios.